The chances are low, but if a large tsunami struck offshore near San Diego County, thousands of people who live, work, and play along the region's 70 miles of coastline could be in danger.
The big message is if you're on the coastline and you feel an earthquake, we want you to get away from the water.
Geologist Cindy Pridmore gathered with state and local emergency officials to sound an alarm over San Diego's risk for tsunamis.
These are infrequent events that can have catastrophic consequences.
Pridmore says tsunamis are often triggered by earthquakes on thrust faults because they push up on the ocean floor, generating large waves. Most of San Diego's offshore faults, such as the notorious Rose Canyon, are strike-slip faults that pose no tsunami risk. But there are several thrust faults offshore from California. Pridmore says large waves could arrive to the San Diego shoreline within 15 to 30 minutes.
The other one consideration we have for San Diego is offshore. We have a canyon, a submarine canyon, and if there's strong shaking, a chunk of that could cause a tsunami.
Low-lying regions would experience the biggest impacts, such as Mission Bay and Coronado. County emergency officials recently created what they're calling a tsunami response playbook. It outlines evacuation plans in phases that are specific for each coastal community, depending on flood risk.
So rather than just a blanket evacuate Chula Vista, evacuate Encinitas, it's based on, so phase 2, Chula Vista might evacuate only this segment of their population, where Encinitas might have to go a couple blocks in, depending on where the water's going.
San Diego has experienced nearly a dozen small 1 to 4 foot tsunami waves over the last 200 years. Signs of a tsunami include a receding shoreline and a large ocean roaring sound. Emergency officials say people who are near the coastline during an earthquake should evacuate to at least 100 feet above sea level or 2 miles inland. Residents are urged to register their mobile phones at readysandiego.org to receive emergency notifications. Reporting from La Jolla Shores, Susan Murphy, KPBS News.